Good day. I hope you are doing well. Today's topic is basic programming. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to list and explain 10 elements of basic character set, declare and assign values to variables. You should also be able to use basic commands such as print, rem, and let in simple programs. We will now start with basic character sets. The basic character set includes all the letters, numbers, and symbols used in writing programs in BASIC. You have quite a number of them. You have arithmetic operators, and they are plus, minus, division, multiplication. Okay, these are the arithmetic operators we use in BASIC. You can also include exponentiation. Okay, exponentiation can also be written as this, 2 asterisks. Okay, that's also exponentiation. That's raising a value to a power. We also use numbers in BASIC. That is 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9. And numbers we have numbers are categorized into integers. That's whole numbers. Examples: minus 2, 2, 99. These are integers, whole numbers. And then we also have floating point numbers, and they look like this: 3.14. Okay, numbers with decimal parts. These are floating point numbers. Then we have some what we call relational operators as well. Still on basic character sets. There are relational or comparison operators. Okay, they include greater than, okay, less than, yes, equal to. I'll say more about this equal to because it is also used as an assignment operator. You have greater than or equal to. You have less than or equal to. We also have not equal to. This is not equal to. Okay, so these are relational operators or comparison operators. They are also used in writing BASIC programs. Okay, and of course, very important, we also use letters. Letters, and that is A to Z in uppercase, A to Z in lowercase. Letters are also used. Then we have also some special characters. There are some special characters we use in basic programming. For example, the dollar symbol is a special character we use in programming. We use it to denote what we call a string. Okay, a string is a data type, that is made up of a collection of characters. So in programming, we'll write something like this: name. Okay, and this is a variable. Okay, and then we have the dollar symbol added. Whenever you see this, it means that you are dealing with a string. A string must be enclosed in quotation mark. Okay. Okay, so this is a string. So this is a variable. Recall that the variable is a container for holding value or a named memory location, for storing data. Okay, so whenever you create a string data type, you use this to denote it, the dollar symbol. Okay, we also use sometimes this, the percentage sign. If you create in some versions of BASIC, you can use it to denote integer. So you write something like num. Okay, but in the version of BASIC we won't be using this, but this is also used. So there are a bunch of special characters used in BASIC. Okay, you'll see many more of them. And of course, we also use punctuation symbols. Okay, we use comma, we use semicolon, okay, as separators. Okay, we use all of this. We'll see how we use this when we start writing programs as well. All right. Now, the BASIC is a high-level programming language, invented in 1964 by John Kemeny and Thomas Kurz. For many years, it was one of the most popular programming languages. It is still a good choice for learning the fundamentals of programming. In other words, if you gain a good understanding of BASIC, it will be easier for you to learn some of those popular programming languages. Okay, so the next lesson objective is to declare and assign values to variables. And to do that, we have to go to an IDE, that's Integrated Development Environment. We will be using QB64. Okay, QB64. This is designed to, in fact, we'll be sticking with the QBasic syntax. There are many versions of BASIC, just like there are dialects in the human language. So QBasic, True Basic, Visual Basic. So QB64 is what we'll be using for this class. You should download it in order to follow along. To download it, all you have to do is go to Google. Okay, Google it, type QB64. Okay, QB64 download is right there. Okay, so like here, you can download it from this link. So the link will come up, just download it. You'll download it as a zip file, extract it into a folder. Okay, after extracting it, then you will be able to, you just click QBase64 the application inside that folder, and then you'll be able to use it. Okay, so that's QBase64. Okay, if you have an older operating system, maybe Windows 7, but you shouldn't be using Windows 7 now because it is no longer supported. But if you have Windows 7, it will probably be able to write QBasic, be able to run QBasic. Okay, QBasic will not be able to run on Windows 10. Okay, so QBase64 is what you should be using. All right. So the first program we are going to write is first rem. That's the full meaning is remark. You know, it allows you to make comments in your program. So rem, my first program. Your computer, the interpreter ignores every text that comes after rem. Okay, so you use it to make comments, to explain what you are doing for the benefit of other programmers and even for yourself. Okay, now my first program. Then you declare a variable. Okay, remember the example I gave earlier. So you have, if you like, you can use let. It's optional in this version, but you can say let name. You put a dollar symbol, be assigned. This is an assignment operator. You know, it takes the value on the right and then gives it to the value on the left. Okay, so that you can reference the value on the right using the value on the left. Okay, you can say print a string must be enclosed in data in quotation mark James, for example. Okay, so that's, we've just created, we've declared a variable of string type, we've assigned it a value called James. Then we can also say age. All right, then another variable, we are going to call this one hello. All right, another variable here. Okay, then we can create another variable here, and then let's call this and by the way, when you create a variable, cannot start with a number. Okay, variable name, the name of variable cannot start with a number. So I'm going to create another variable called greet. Okay, also a string data type. Okay, so I'm now going to do this. I'm going to type age $, and then name $. Now what I'm doing, let me make a comment about this. By the way, rem, you can use apostrophe to replace rem as well. So when I write this, I'm writing a comment here. Okay, so for example, what I'm doing here is concatenation, that is joining of two strings together. It's not plus, it's not addition, you know, but just joining of two strings together. Okay, now right here you write print. Print means to display on the screen, to print to the screen. Okay, that's what the print command does. Okay, so you say print, you say just you now bring this variable, that's great. Okay, and then you write end. Okay, So you run the program, click run, or you can press F5, click run, and then to look at it, you just wait, and it is translating the program from a source code to object code, so the program will now be executed. Okay, so look at it here. That's the output here, but it's not properly formatted, so we'll do something about that. This is the reason it's not properly formatted. You can put a space here after this O. Alright. Okay, so if you now run this, it should look properly formatted. Let's try it again. Okay, so this is how it looks. Hello James. All right, this program we can actually simplify it further. I just did it this way to show you how to create, the string data, how to create the string variables and assign them values. That's why I did that. You can do this. There's a simpler way of doing this. Let me delete all of this, and then you can simply say run my first program, and then you say just like that, print. So since this is a string, you say hello James. All right, then end. Okay, so it will give you the output. There are many ways of doing things in programming. That's why it calls for critical thinking. Okay, so you run the program, it will print the same thing to the screen. Okay, so we have here again hello James. All right, okay, all right. So we'll write another program now. This one is a program for calculating the area of a rectangle, area of the triangle, for example, rem. Sometimes you can use clear screen, CLS. Okay, that's another command we can use. It will clear whatever is on the screen from previous program execution. So rem, a program for calculating the area of a triangle. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to declare variable, and then the area of a triangle. So we'll start with we call this base. I'm just going to add one here in case there's a keyword that is called base here. So base equals let's say 24. Okay, height, let me add one here also. Let the assign the value, we will assign the value of 12. Okay, so now area will be assigned will be half, okay, multiplied by base 1, okay, multiplied by height 1, okay. Now you now use the print command, print in, because I'm going to put a string here, so I put quotation mark, the area of the triangle is, okay. Then this is where you can either use comma here or semicolon. Then you now bring this area here, this variable here, so that it will be displayed. So you have area, okay. Let me put space here, and of course you type end, okay. So you can now run the program, okay. So that is it. So it has calculated the area of the triangle to be 144, okay. So that's how to write that program, okay. So let me minimize this, and then we'll go back to this for your exercise. Do this exercise, okay. I will post a link for you to submit it. Exercise, write a program in BASIC for calculating the area of a rectangle, okay. So write the program, use QB64 to run it. If there is a bug, debug it, okay. So this just to practice what you have learned. All right, goodbye till next time.